Taurus, Gemini, Cuspers, if you've been feeling like your life is quietly falling apart or quietly coming together, this isn't your imagination. Like the next 18 months will bring some of the biggest destiny shifts you've experienced in years. This eclipse cycles are opening doors while also permanently closing other doors. So today, let's dive in and see what Spirit wants you to know. Welcome in, my beautiful Taurus, Gemini, Casper, Wolf Souls. Welcome back in, those that are returning and those that are new. Hi, Amanda. You know, we had the North Node, the nodes change, right? The North Node in Aquarius, the South Node in Leo. And this powerful eclipse cycle is really beginning with the solar eclipse in Leo and continuing through to the lunar eclipse in Pisces. So many of you are stepping into a completely different chapter of your lives. This isn't just another season. This is like a destiny season. Like what Spirit is showing me is that your greatest gift over the next 18 months is going to be your voice. The conversations that you have, the people that you meet, the ideas you finally act on, the opportunities you say yes to. Any one of those could really completely redirect your path. Maybe you've been thinking about applying for a new job, but keep talking yourself out of it. Or maybe you've been waiting to start your own business or create content or go back to school or move to another town or finally just tell someone how you actually truly feel. So what Spirit is whispering here is stay curious instead of fearful, because one message, one phone call, one unexpected meeting, one decision could change everything. Let's dive in, beautiful souls. Thank you for hitting that like button, leaving comments, and being here. So your first oracle here from the mystical shaman is the Gatherer. 21. 21 could be a significant number, a birthday. It also breaks down to 3. 21 or 3 could be really significant numbers for you. And I love this card coming up as your soul message for the next 18 months is like, Spirit is like just coming through to remind you that you already have far more than you think. Sometimes we become like, so focused on what we don't have that we completely overlook everything already surrounding us. The gatherer doesn't chase abundance, right? It's somebody that notices it, right? Some of you have been praying for new opportunities while maybe ignoring the skills that you already possess. Some of you have maybe been waiting for confidence before taking action. Others are convinced that maybe you don't have enough money or enough experience or enough support or enough time. And Spirit is like coming through to say, look again. The opportunity may already be just sitting right in front of you. Maybe it's someone who's been encouraging you for months, or maybe it's an idea you've written down several times. Maybe it's that hobby that could actually become an income. Maybe it's just going to be simply reaching out to someone you've been maybe thinking about, right? Yeah, 21 threes, right? It could be, again, Spirit wants to emphasize, it could be a date, right? It could be a house number, birthday, something about 3 weeks or 3 months or something like that. It could be some sort of confirmation from Spirit for you. Spirit's also saying the biggest lesson here is moving away from the scarcity mindset. And over the next 18 months, you might just discover that abundance actually grows when you trust yourself enough to begin. So let's dive deeper here. We have here from the Gaia Oracle. All right. Moving out into the world. Apprehension, like honest. 18, yeah, number 18 could be significant, the number 9 as well. Spirit isn't pretending that this journey won't be uncomfortable, all right? There's going to be times that's going to be uncomfortable. I feel like many of you are standing on the edge of something completely unfamiliar. That naturally it does cause doubt, right? It does cause a little bit of fear, second guessing, and questions of like, what if I fail? What if I make the wrong decision? What if I'm not ready? And like Spirit's just like smiling here and saying, but what if you are? So I feel like this eclipse cycle will be asking you to stop allowing any sort of fear, that kind of negative energy, to make those decisions for your future. For some of you, maybe you've stayed in jobs, right, that just no longer inspire you simply because they feel safe. Or others, maybe you have stayed in relationships that have quietly ended emotionally because stayed in relationships that have quietly ended emotionally because starting over feels terrifying. Some of you maybe have stayed silent about maybe your dreams because you're worried people won't understand. And what Spirit's coming through to say is that your comfort zone protected you, but it cannot grow you. The 18 or the 9, for some of you, it could represent something about the endings before the beautiful new beginnings. All right? So the biggest area of change in your life is we have the Knight of Cups here. Water energy coming through. Immediately, this is telling me that the greatest transformation that's happening, I'm hearing, is going to be through your heart. For some of you, this is going to be love, new love, healing old love. The white horse is like peace, right? I'm getting also the energy of choosing yourself for the first time. Some of you, maybe the Knight is going to represent following what genuinely fulfills your soul. Maybe you've been working in a job that pays the bills, but maybe leaves you feeling empty. Like, whatever this is for you, what Spirit is also showing me is someone who wakes up every Monday already counting down to the Friday. This isn't how life is supposed to feel, all right? So the Knight is saying that your heart begins leading where fear once did. I'm hearing also maybe something about an unexpected invitation may appear, or a creative opportunity, or there might be a meaningful conversation. Someone may even walk into your life unexpectedly who changes the direction of your future. But the message is simple. Don't ignore what your heart keeps returning to. So let's dive in deeper and see what is ending. The Three of Pentacles. Something about your environment is changing. It could be a workplace, it could be a business partnership, a friendship circle, I almost said friendship circle. That could be ending, or maybe a friendship circle, a team, or maybe relationships where your efforts were never equally appreciated. For some of you, maybe you've been doing all the work while someone else receives the credit. All right. Again, the number 3 is coming out. Maybe 3 threes could be significant for some of you. Others have been hearing surrounded by people who simply just no longer understand the person you're becoming. Yeah, Spirit's saying like not everyone is meant to come with you into the next chapter. And it isn't punishment, it's preparation. You know, sometimes people leave because they've completed their purpose in your story. Sometimes you leave because you finally remembered your worth. Thank you for hitting that like button, beautiful souls. I appreciate it. What destiny is bringing in is strength. Beautiful. All right? So notice, Spirit isn't bringing you more pressure. Spirit is bringing you more confidence. Real strength isn't becoming fearless. It's choosing to move forward even while fear is still sitting beside you. I'm hearing over the next 18 months, people will notice a difference about you. No, they will notice something different about you. You'll maybe speak differently, carry yourself differently. You'll stop apologizing for taking up space. You'll stop shrinking just to keep others comfortable. other people comfortable. You're going to stop doing that. Some of you will become leaders without even trying to. Some of you might even become the person younger family members even look up to, I'm hearing. The strength isn't loud, but it's steady. What is the biggest challenge? The wheel of fortune. Change, moving with the flow of life, with the cycles. Let's clarify this. Queen of Wands, very strong fire energy coming out here. The challenge isn't the bad luck, right? With the wheel of fortune. The challenge is trusting that change, trusting change while it's happening. So like life may even move quickly at some points, all right? Maybe plans may suddenly change, or unexpected opportunities could appear, or people may leave, new people may arrive, and the Queen of Wands is saying, own your power. Stop waiting for permission. Some of you maybe got strong fire placements. Doesn't have to be. Stop waiting for permission, Spirit is saying. Some of you are still asking everyone else's opinion before making decisions about your own life, and Spirit's like saying, you've grown enough to trust yourself now. And the wheel is just saying here, reminds us that destiny often arrives disguised as disruption. Okay, so what is the biggest blessing? Let's dive deeper. Wow, Nine of Cups, beautiful card. Beautiful blessing card, right? Wish fulfillment, contentment, emotional satisfaction, dreams becoming reality. I actually feel like many of you will be looking back from a year from now and saying, I'm so grateful things didn't work out the way I originally planned. Spirit, right? Because what Spirit is saying is the plan, they have something planned. The universe has something even better planned for you. Some blessings may arrive through opportunities. Others arrive because something finally leaves. Never underestimate unanswered prayers. All right. The number 9 is coming through again. All right. 9 nines could be significant for some of you. Never underestimate the unanswered prayers. Sometimes they were protection. Lighting candles could be significant for some of you. All right, so who do you become? Ace of Wands, another fire energy, right? I'm hearing excitement. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Closes out the underlining energy. 2 of Wands. Two of Wands, Ace of Wands. Incredible. You're going to finish this eclipse cycle as someone completely different, I'm hearing. Ace of Wands is also energy of like saying that you found your spark again, your confidence, your excitement, just your passion for life. Like you stop surviving and you start creating. You become the creator. Threes was coming out, right? Double threes. Creating, creator. I even love the 2 of Wands that's at the bottom of the deck, right? The underlining energy, because it tells me that your world becomes much bigger, all right? Some of you, this will be travel, expansion, business, moving, studying, teaching, creating, building, whatever this is for you, all right? You got the world in your hands. He's ready to grab this wand, all right, with his other hand and make that decision. Your future becomes far bigger than your past ever allowed you to imagine. Spirit's also saying here, your life doesn't become perfect, it becomes authentic. And that's where your true happiness begins. And the Ace and the 2 becomes a 3. Creativity. Communication. This reading isn't really about predicting your future, right? It's more about reminding you that you already are becoming the person your future has been waiting for. It's like your future self speaking to you, right? That the next 18 months won't simply change your circumstances, they'll change the way you see yourself. When that happens, everything else begins to change. So beautiful souls, if this message found you at exactly the right time, let me know in the comments. Perhaps typing, I trust where Spirit is leading me. Thank you for liking, subscribing, leaving comments, turning on your notification bells. Here's an affirmation actually coming through for you. All right. I trust divine timing. I welcome new opportunities with courage. I release fear, embrace my voice, and confidently step into the destiny Spirit has prepared for me for. The destiny Spirit has prepared for me. Until next time, beautiful souls, take care of yourselves, trust your intuition, and above everything else, remember, the life you've been asking for begins the moment that you believe you're ready to receive it. Sending you love and light, and I'll check you in the next one.